So you're playing Resident Evil 9 and you want to know how to get infinite ammo as fast as possible. This guide's going to show you how to do that. We're going to go for 2 challenges here. The first one to beat the game in under 4 hours, and we can actually do it in 2.5. The next one is to beat the game as Grace without using the blood collector. These 2 combined challenges are going to give us a total CP of 55,000. Infinite ammo is only 50,000, so it's more than enough. I recommend using the 5,000 extra CP to get Grace's best weapon, Freya's Needle, and Leon's best weapon, Ghost Grudge. They're not as good as Requiem, but you can have them all the time. Alright, well, without further ado, let's get started. Alright, here we go. Let's go ahead and just skip these cutscenes here, and we're going to spawn in as Grace. We're going to move her slightly to the right. An NPC is going to come and push us forward and make us go faster. It's just going to make this segment a little bit quicker, and honestly, it's just kind of fun. Alright, this section's pretty simple. We're just going to be walking down a straight line in a linear path, get to a cutscene, and then after that, we're going to walk in another linear path and just go the only place we can go. So while we're doing this, I'm just going to talk about the strategies that I'm going to use in this guide. First, we're going to use a strategy that most Resident Evils kind of offer, is whenever you get hit by an enemy or a boss or anything, you kind of lose collision, and you can walk past them or walk to the side of them a lot easier. So for instance, on Grace's first segment, you get chased around by Maria. We're going to let her hit us and kind of just lose collision and run past her. We're going to do that for a few enemies in this game as well. It's just a strategy we're going to implement. Another one is just shooting the enemies in the leg. This game is a lot like RE2, so a lot of the strategies that work in RE2, they're going to work here. We're going to shoot NPCs in the leg and just kind of run past them. And the third one is just, we're going to focus on loot that is just in our immediate area. We're not going to go out of our way for anything, so we're not going to do locks or lock picking or anything like that. We're just going to get the crates and simple loot that is on the way. We'll do some casino loot, like we'll get hit pouches and stuff like that. But other than that, we're just going to get the basic handgun herb loot. But okay, now we're getting started here. Let's go ahead and just go through these doors, turn on our flashlight. And this is the cutscene. Let's go ahead and skip it. There's a key right here to our left. Let's go ahead and get that. All right. And then skip that cutscene and go through this door. And now we're going to be into the hotel. All right. This area is pretty simple. We're just walking down a fairly linear path and just walking up the steps here. There's some wire cutters up ahead at the very top of the steps on top of a pool table to our left. We're going to go ahead and get those. After you get the wire cutters here, we're going to open the door with them.
Oh, shit.
All right. Just head straight down this hallway, go to the left. There's going to be a bed with some photos on it. We're just going to click the photos and then look up and click again. And that will put us into a new area, into a flashback.
What?
Okay, skip all these cutscenes. And this area is fairly simple. We're just following our mom. That's all there is to this segment.
Grace, come on, keep moving.
It's pretty much like a playable cutscene, to be honest.
Grace, hurry. Keep moving.
Okay, skip that. Almost done here.
Grace, come on.
Alright, skip that cutscene. Now we should respawn back to present day. We're going to skip another cutscene, and then we're just going to turn around and go where we came from. Okay. Nothing really happens here. We're just going to head down these stairs, and then there's going to be a painting at the very bottom of the stairs when we take a right, and we're just going to get like a hidden file that our mom put there in the flashback. All right. Open this up. Just check everything in here really quickly. The game forces you to do it. Back out. Check the file. All right. And that will put us to the next area, the next instance. Just hold your interact key here. Just break free immediately. Even if you take damage, just like I did there, nothing's going to happen, really. In a second, we're going to be triggered to interact with a fire poker and resist against this guy. Don't worry about hitting it. It just makes the interaction take longer, and we're trying to get this done as quick as possible, so I'm just going to idle here. Pretty much nothing you do in this instance will ever change the outcome, so... Okay. And let's just run upstairs and open the door and we'll be done with this segment. Alright, now we're moving on to Leon's first segment. Okay, we just spawned in as Leon. Let's just run down this alleyway. We're going to ignore that BSAA equipment on the right because I'm treating this like it's my first playthrough. Alright, let's skip this cutscene. Now we're going to run through this area. There's an alleyway on the left. We're going to aim for that. There's no enemies over there. There's just one enemy on the ground. We're going to shoot him, and it's going to trigger him to get up so he doesn't lunge at us. You'll see that here in a moment. Let's just run through these people. And here's the enemy. It's going to shoot him. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my auto aim real quick. I just realized I had it on. Okay. Now up ahead, the only other area to worry about is there's some cars coming. And we're just going to kind of hug the left side and avoid all the cars. You can pretty much just sprint through here and hug the left side like this. And you're good. Let's go ahead and shoot this lady in the leg. And we're pretty much done with this segment. Skip the cutscene and we'll go to the next area as Grace. Okay, let's go through this door here. And now we're just going to run through this hallway. There's going to be a light switch at the end of it. We're going to go ahead and turn it on. And then we're going to keep going. Let's run down the horse statue. Then we're going to take a left. This is pretty much just a straight path. We're not going to do much here. There should be a key at the very end of this hallway in that little table desk. Alright, let's get that cherub key. Now the reason we're doing this is because you need a lighter to advance into the next area. So the lighter should be in this room with the cherub key. Okay. The lighter should be right here on the left. Now, essentially what we're doing here is we're going to make Maria spawn for the first time. She's the first kind of enemy you fight as Grace. And she's just going to chase us. We're going to go back to where we spawned and make her kind of reset. Make Maria reset. Alright. That's Maria right there. We're running away from her. Okay, now we just gotta wait in here, wait for Maria to get hit by the light, and she'll reset herself, and then we can go do what we have to do. Don't worry about her hitting you here. She has like a specific animation to play out. Okay. And now don't move forward until you see her look up, and then we can just run straight ahead, just like this. Now, if you do move forward, she will hit you after she gets done getting hit by the light. Okay. Should be a med injector straight ahead here on the ground. We're going to get that. Okay. Now we're going to move this cart over because there's a screwdriver we need to get to unlock the fuse box where the lighter was. Even though we're triggering Maria right now, the game gives you plenty of time to finish this interaction. So don't worry about Maria coming in here and kind of killing you or jumping through the window or anything like that. She takes a while. Let's climb up here and get the screwdriver. Now, after we're done with this, we're going to just sprint into Maria and let her hit us. Well, she's going to hit us anyways, and then we're just going to run right past her afterwards. Okay, and we're going to take a left. And now Maria's going to spawn again, and pretty much we just got to do the same thing. Let her hit us, and then we'll run past her. Sometimes you can clip through her. That's what I'm trying to do right now, but it didn't let me. Let's try it again, and it should let me.
What the fuck?
Okay. And now we're just going back into that room where we got the lighter originally. Okay, get that fuse box here. Now we're going to take this fuse and go back to where we got the cherub key the first time. And we're going to unlock a gate, and that should be the end of this segment for Grace. After we get done fumbling around. And okay, should be good. Okay, so now we're spawned in as Leon. We just need to follow this nurse here. We can't run here, we just kind of just follow her, go through the dialogue with her, and we'll get to a point where we can advance. While we're doing this, I'll go ahead and talk about what we're going to do in this segment to fight the enemies. We didn't use our Requiem on the last segment as Leon, so we should have 5 bullets. We're going to use those 5 bullets to clear the first 5 enemies in this room, and then we'll get a chainsaw, and we'll use that chainsaw to clear the other 5. And when this guy comes at you, just parry him first, because if you don't parry him and you try shooting with the Requiem, he'll sometimes live and it just wastes bullets. It's best to be safe. We can kill these people at their spawn. They're going to get out of their bed and look like you didn't kill them, but they will die as soon as they hit the floor, so don't worry about that. Alright, the last guy's over here. Alright, now we're going to get the ammo, and we're going to pick up the chainsaw after it's done spinning.
Nice.
The reason we wait for it to get done spinning is because it'll just hit you and kind of reset the spin and keep spinning. It's really annoying. Just go crazy with it here, swing away. If your chainsaw gets stuck in them, like it did for me, just shoot the rest of them with your gun. I shoot them in the leg just to conserve ammo, and then I go and pick up the chainsaw again here. Alright, that should be it for this area. We just need to get the loot, and then we'll go open the door with the chainsaw. We're going to press our interact key on this door. Okay, so that's pretty much it for Leon's segment. You'll find that Leon's are fairly short. The first 2 are like way faster than Grace's. It's just because we can clear enemies quickly, and it's all he really has to do is just kill the enemies, and that's kind of his segments. So as quick as you can kill them is as quick as you can get past them. We have to walk through here and engage dialogue with Sherry, so we're not able to run, just kind of walk through these steps, and we're almost done with this segment. I'm gonna go ahead and sharpen my blade so I don't have to do it when I spawn in next time. Okay, so we're done as Leon. We're moving over to play as Grace now. Okay, let's go down these steps here. Now, we're not going to turn around and check for anything behind us from where we spawned because there's nothing there. I've already pretty much checked this entire hospital, so we're just going to get the loot that is directly in front of us so we save as much time as possible. Let's get this green herb. We're going to go into this room here. This is Emily's room for reference. And now we're going to get the West Wing card, turn around. There should be an antique coin up ahead, and we're also going to put our Requiem up because if we don't, we'll have too many items and we won't be able to get all the loot ahead. Let's get the antique coin. Now, we're going to use the method that we used to Maria. You'll find when you're playing as Grace, you'll do that quite a lot. It just kind of run past enemies to make it as efficient as possible. There's an enemy up ahead in the kitchen. His name is Chef, and if you try to run past him, you might get lucky and he may not hit you, but if you don't get lucky, he will just swing at you repeatedly over and over again and kill you. So just let him kind of hit you here. Just run in front of him like I did. Just let him hit you once, knock you down. And then he'll kind of just stay there and look at you. And you should just be free to run past him and take no more damage. And now we're going to take another hit from a zombie up here to our right. And we're just going to try to run past him here. He hits you half the time. And then we're going to get the green herb. And now we're going to pop it. 2 green herbs on Grace with casual mode. It pretty much full heals you. So you'll be back to fine health. Let's get that gun on the ground. Okay, we're going to take a left here through this window. And there's going to be 2 handgun ammo. We're going to get that. You'll see that we're not checking lockers is because they either have nothing in them or the stuff that's in them is just not worth our time. So that's the only reason I'm ignoring them. Let's get the antique coin on the shelf just back there. Let's get this handgun ammo here. And now there's going to be a guy up here. We're going to shoot him in the leg and kind of kick him to the left. The reason for that is because the further you kick him away, the longer he'll take to get up the stairs. And we're going to go up here to get some handgun ammo and a green herb. Because this is the most efficient pathing for us. If we come back here later, we'll just waste time. And we should, because we kicked him in the corner, when we come back down, he should still be on the stairs. And he won't kind of mess with us where we have to waste more ammo on him. Or we won't have to tank a hit from him. So, let's see. Okay, yep, he's still down the stairs. Perfect. Now let's take a left here. Now, there's nothing in this room here other than an antique coin on the piano that we're going to worry about. So let's go ahead and get that. And now there's a green herb and some more handgun ammo to our left up here. We're going to go ahead and get that too. And now we're going to go into this office. We're going to open this box and get the red gemstone inside. Just press the spade on the back. All right. And now we're going to unlock the first quartz puzzle. The code here should be moon, sun, star, moon. All right. And now we're almost done with this wing, and we're going to head over to the other wing here in a moment. Still have a little bit more things to do. Let's shoot this lady in the leg. Okay, now there's going to be a green herb to our right. We're going to go ahead and get it, because if we don't get it now, there's really no reason for us to ever come here again, and we won't end up getting it. Okay.
Please. What if I can't get out?
Now the quartz store is directly ahead of us. We're going to go ahead and put our quartz up just to get it out of our inventory so we don't have to worry about it later.
Perfect fit.
Okay. Now we're going to stop by the safe room where Emily's at, and we're going to get our Requiem again because we're going to need it for the next wing to clear out a set of enemies. And we're also getting an achievement for it if you don't already have it. Right now, we're going to go back to the casino really quick. We're going to get a hit pouch, and we're also going to get the next key card we need to advance. Put that red jewel we got earlier in there.
Weird.
There should be 3 more antique coins in here, so let's get those really quick, as well as this hit pouch and key card. The key card should be on this guy's dead hand. Just turning around. Okay. Now, when you hit this vase here, make sure you hit it in the middle like I just did. If not, you won't break the little vase on top of the shelf. Chef's right there, so just be a little bit careful. I'm going to shut the door just so he doesn't trigger and kind of come in here and be annoying. So, I'll do that. And I'm going to go ahead and put these antique coins up into the health steroids here, just so we don't have them in our inventory taking up space. Chef should have walked forward some, so let's go ahead and go out and walk behind him. The reason we're walking behind him is because the wing is like right past him, so we gotta go this way. Okay. Now let's use our key card on this. There should be a green herb at the end of this hallway here. We're gonna go ahead and get that. It's in like the dark over here. There it is. Now, there's going to be an injector that you use to kill enemies. I'm going to go ahead and get that, but we're going to save it for later. The reason being is because you can actually kill Chef with the injector if you walk up to him using stealth. and it just makes him like kind of like a joke. We can also get a pantry key from him where we can get some loot later. But okay, this is where we need our Requiem. Let these guys come in. We're gonna let our reticle get more narrow. Perfect. And that what that does is it just makes your gun do more damage, and it makes your aim, it makes your shooting more precise. So it kind of guarantees that 1 in 3 kill. All right, let's go up these stairs. We got the antique coin back there. And now we're going to get the ID wristband right here. Once we do, we're going to trigger an enemy called Chunk. There's Chunk. We're just going to ignore him. We'll have to come back here later, but because Chunk's in the way, we can't do what we have to do right now. We're going to go to another segment and get something else done. We're going to go back to the other wing. We're going to break these 2 vases here. There's some more loot in this room, but we'll get it later. Reason being is because we don't want to get too many items and then not be able to carry them. It just wastes time. So we'll make sure we have enough space before we come back here and get the rest of the loot. So we're going back here. Going back to the other wing. Now, Chef, this is where we're going to kill Chef. So go ahead and just walk up to this wall here, kind of just walk slowly. Chef will get triggered and start walking, and then we just walk up to him and kill him. Pretty easy. He drops a pantry key. Let's get that. Now we have 1 antique coin here. Let's go ahead and put it in the casino. We're going to increase our max health. I always prefer that one over the weapon handling. Obviously, they're both good, but I always prioritize this first. Just because you're playing on casual here, and you're always going to stagger enemies when you shoot them in the leg, so the weapon handling and weapon damage doesn't really make much of a difference. So, here we go. We're in the kitchen. We're unlocking this pantry door. There's some extra loot in here that we're not going to get. You'll see there, it's like blood bags and buckets of blood. We're just going to ignore them because we're not running the blood collector on this run. Okay. So the reason we kept our Requiem is because we were going to get a bullet there. So now that we have the bullet, let's reload Requiem, and we're going to put it up in the storage container up ahead. Now, typically, you would ignore an enemy like this in most Resident Evil games, but for some reason, you'll be considered in combat when you go to the storage room next to us, the safe room, if you don't kill this guy, because he's like kind of triggered to go after you. Even though he won't follow you in there, it just makes it where you can't save, and it makes it where you can't access the storage container. So that's why we killed him there. We're ignoring that loot. There's nothing good in those lockers. Okay, let's go ahead and put up some stuff here. We have plenty of healing, so I'm putting up most of my green herbs. I'm going to keep the other green herb because we're going to get another one we can combine later. We got that wrench on the table, and I'm going to go ahead and make a static save here. You get unlimited saves on casual, so feel free to save as many times as you want. All right. We're going to go ahead and get this container here. The code to this should be 25, change it to hand, and then make the knob go up to the middle, and then we're going to change it back to auto. And there you go, you got it. Get those lungs. And now a guy with a kind of like a bulldozer is going to just run through the wall straight ahead of us. It's a timed event. It doesn't matter if you kill him when he comes out immediately. He will go to a specific point in this room, so we just kind of have to wait for this to play out. Okay. Alright, let's go over here to the left side and we'll go underneath it. There's going to be some ammo up ahead to our right. We're going to go ahead and get it now, because if we don't get it now, we'll never come back again. And we're not going to get it, so we'll just miss the out on the ammo. So let's go ahead and get that. Alright. Now we're heading back to where we came from, but we're not going to take the exact path that we came from. We're actually going to take a left. Because an enemy will spawn. The guy that we killed earlier by the safe room, he'll spawn and he'll do like an upgraded version of himself, which he kind of will lunge at you and just be really annoying. And honestly, that for pathing purposes, it's best to go this way. We're going to get some ammo over this way. And we're going to get the other necessary items to proceed in the story. So let's get this ammo up here. Should be a scrap and some ammo here. We're gonna discard the scrap because we're not gonna be making knives in this run, and that's the only real use for it if you don't use the blood collector. Okay. We're gonna run in this room real quick. We're gonna go to the right, and we're just gonna kind of run straight at this crate and break it, and then run back out. If you follow my pathing here, you should be safe, and nothing really should happen to you. The enemy shouldn't aggro you. Let's get that crate. Should be a green herb up here, the one we were expecting. We're going to go ahead and get that and combine our 2 green herbs. All right. Unlock that door. We're going to head back downstairs. You'll recognize this is the area we were first in as Grace. We're kind of making full circle here. We're going to go to our right. We're going to break the valve. Now this is what we got the wrench for. Once this valve is broken, we can actually use the wrench on it to unlock the door. There's an enemy behind me, but I'm not really worried about it. I'm just going to interact with this and then run ahead, and I should avoid him. Okay. Let's get that artificial heart, and then we're going to get these. Perfect. Okay. So let's shoot him. We're going to run past him. And now we pretty much have no reason to come back here again in this wing other than the casino. We'll get the other weapon handling later. There's also a hip pouch up to our right. We're going to go ahead and get that too. Don't worry about that guy. He's hard of hearing, so he can't hear us. Okay, nice. Upgraded our inventory a good amount. Let's go ahead and shoot these people in the leg. Okay. Now, what we need to do now is run back to the other wing. And now we can go to the area that Chunk was spawned at and proceed to that segment to get the corrosive acid that he was blocking before. But we're going to go ahead and get this first. Let's put our artificial heart in here in the lungs. Doesn't really matter the order you do it. The game will fix any mistakes that are made. So you shoot the doctor in the leg here so he doesn't aggro onto us. Shoot this guy in the head as soon as he falls. It's just the easiest time to do it, so before he starts sprinting at you. And we should be good here. Let's get that ID wristband. We're going to head out. Like I said earlier, there was some loot in here. We're going to go ahead and get that now. Let's get these 2 anti-coins. Try to hit him over to the wall, but he bounced off of it. It's kind of funny. Okay, just ignore this other loot in here. If you pick up that little green thing that we just passed, it'll be forced in your inventory until you find a storage box, so you cannot get rid of it until then. So I really advise not to pick it up. We're just running through a segment. Okay, so now we're back to where Chunk spawned, where we got our ID wristband the first time. We'll go ahead and get this loot over here. Alright, the other loot in this area is nothing we're going to use. Alright. Now we're pretty much just going to run through this area. We might get hit a few times. We might take a little bit of damage, but we have plenty of healing. And honestly, we're never going to die here. The lady broke those boxes for us. How kind of her. I tried to shoot her here to stagger her, hoping I get lucky, but I didn't, so I'm just going to ignore her at this point. Maybe I'll try to stagger here again in a minute. Okay, nice. Got her staggered. Now this area should be easy from here on out. She's not going to be screaming on us. Come on, let's get out of here. It's okay if you miss or, you know, if you're just kind of shooting as quick as possible. It's no big deal. Don't worry about hitting every single shot. This is casual mode. We're just doing this for efficiency reasons to unlock infinite ammo. So no pressure. All right, so we're taking the corrosive acid we have here. We're going to put it into a cutscene, skip that. And now we're going to go back in that room, and we're going to pour the corrosive acid on this lock in this room after we get that green herb. Okay. Okay, so the code here should be star, sun, moon, sun. Nice. Don't interact with the notebook in there. If you do, you'll have to read it. It just takes up more time, and it will not let you advance into this area until you kind of open it, read it, and all that. It's unnecessary for the story. I'm gonna drop that scrap. Okay. So we have one last thing to do over in this wing, and then we're going to head back to Emily's room. We're going to go over to the isolation ward up to our right here. Now, all we're doing here is we're trying to get the last Quartz puzzle, but we'll find out that we actually can't read it because it's all scratched off. But luckily, Emily is blind and is able to read Braille, so she'll do that for us. That's what we're going to need Emily for. Once we look at the Braille and then look at this picture, we're going to connect the dots that Emily can do this for us, but we're going to skip the cutscene. Okay. And we got the ID wristband level 3. Now, and some enemies are going to spawn here. We're just going to ignore them and run past everything. Typically, on harder difficulties, you'd want to clear out these enemies here when you're bringing Emily back. But because we're on casual mode, truly there is no point of killing any of these enemies unless they're pretty much blocking our path with their body and we can't advance otherwise. Alright. Go ahead and put the quartz up real quick just to make our inventory more clear. We also got some antique coins here. We're going to head over to the casino and get our weapon handling upgrade and weapon damage upgrade. Okay, now there should be no reason for us to ever come back here again after we get this. So this is the last time we'll be in the casino. Let's go ahead and use that. Now let's head over to Emily's room. We'll go ahead and put some stuff up here. Grab the Requiem. We'll go ahead and reload our bullet. We're pretty good on health, but we have pretty much enough for the rest of the run. Okay. Now, when you're carrying Emily, you can run up to this door to skip the interaction. So let's go ahead and do that.
Braille on them. Can you feed them and then
Okay.
push the buttons in this way?
Now you'll see here in a moment that we are gonna eat a hit from an enemy while carrying Emily, and everything will be okay. Emily won't die or anything like that, so don't worry about getting hit here. We'll just keep running through, and if we get hurt to the point where we need to heal, we will heal. The chunks right here, we should make it perfect. Just kind of squeeze right by him there. So the enemies are gonna hit us, probably. Yep. Okay. Now we'll just run through here, and then once we go through back to the door where the Braille is, those enemies will despawn. Okay.
Here it is.
Almost done with Grace's segment. This is the last part. Now we're just gonna kill these enemies where they spawn. Shoot them in the leg, knock them down, shoot them in the head. Just makes things easier. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the room where over here, yep. Just so I don't get hit from behind. Okay. There should be 4 enemies here we have to kill total. And then after we kill the 4 enemies, one of them will mutate, and then we'll kill that mutation, and then we should be done here. This guy's playing dead. Let's go ahead and wake him up. Alright, let's get his handgun ammo. No, it's probably going to be this guy right here. Yep. Yep, okay. Takes about a full clip to kill him, so shoot him straight in the head. Alright, easy. Now I'm just going to go to the door where Emily's at, and I'm just going to spam my interact key, and they'll let me in as soon as possible. Alright. That's the end of Grace's segment here. We're just going to go down this hole, and now we're going to play as Leon.
I thought that thing was dead.
Okay,
Glad that
let's
had
go ahead and just move forward here. There's a BSAA equipment here. We're actually going to use it this time because typically when you play for the first time as Leon, you start off with the shotgun that I'm buying.
Grace Ashcroft.
And since we didn't start with it, we're going to go ahead and buy it so we can go ahead and be as if we were playing for the first time.
I don't know.
We got that shotgun ammo, get that green herb. Okay. Lift that up, and now we're gonna have to fight Chunk 2.0. Basically, it's just Chunk's brother, and we're gonna make him aggro us a specific way so we can get some ammo that normally isn't accessible to us. You'll see here in a moment. Just go ahead and just shoot him with your pistol. We're gonna end up stunning him here. He's pretty easy. All right. Shoot him 3 times, and then we're gonna go for a melee.
Felt that one, huh?
All right, he should start going. Yeah, he's gonna get angry, kind of enraged, and start kind of flopping around everywhere. And it's kind of funny, but he should come this way and be really fast and kind of just run into the wall and break it for us, just like that. And we'll get some ammo because of that. And now since he's did that for us, we can pretty much just kill him. That's the only thing, the only reason we didn't kill him immediately. It's because we just want to get some extra shotgun shells. Now he should be dead. And now we can go get those shotgun shells. Alright. Should be some ammo to our left in this window. Alright. And some more in these crates. And one more on our left. Okay. Alright. I'm ignoring the cabinets as Leon because if you've already opened them once, the game forces you on like a new game plus. Essentially, if you've opened it once as him, there will be nothing inside. So if you haven't played already, go ahead and open that and get whatever loot is inside. Okay, we're going down this ladder. And now basically we're just gonna run through this office and go through the piano room up ahead.
This place is infested.
Run up to this lady and just assassinate her. Don't have to worry about being stealthy or like walking. You can just run up to her and press the damage button. Okay, there's a guy up here with a detonator. We're gonna blow it up. Yep. Almost done. Leon's segments are pretty short. We're almost done with this segment here. Okay.
What a fucking shame.
We're gonna get whatever loot is here, and then we're gonna go to the end of this room. There's gonna be a lever behind a little portrait, and we're gonna activate it. We just want to get this done as quick as possible, so we're gonna go ahead and do that real quick. what this does, it kind of just triggers the NPCs, the enemies, to start spawning in, and we can kill them as quick as possible here. What you should do against these guys, because they kind of sponge bullets even on casual, just shoot them once, hit them in the chest, hit them in the legs, whatever you can. Try to knock them down, so then you can just go up to them and axe them, and it will one-shot them in the head afterwards. So I guess you can see him hit something like that, like there, just go up to him and axe them. Makes it a lot easier. When they start swinging at you like that, the best thing to do is parry, because honestly, that's pretty much the only thing you can do there other than try to kill them before they hit you. Alright. That should be everything. I'm gonna get the ammo, and that should be Leon's segment completed. We just gotta go through this elevator, and then we'll kind of go into a cutscene and spawn in as Grace. Okay. Alright. So now we're in the mines as Grace. We're going to go ahead and just run through this area as quick as possible. We got to save Emily. There's going to be a bunch of kind of running back and forth and stuff. We're going to do the most efficient route that we can. I'm going to go ahead and go in here and make a static save. Let's see here. I was just checking to see if there's anything in here. No. All right. Now there's enemies in here and there's enemies that are on the ground, but there's no point in worrying about them because we're just going to run past them. Let's get this power cell real quick. And now when Maria spawns, just look down, and as you can see, I don't actually get triggered by her to make Grace jump scared. It's a pretty cool thing they implemented. Most of the instances where Grace gets scared, you can literally just look away or look down, and she won't slow down. Her character won't slow down. It'll make runs kind of more efficient. But all right, we're going back to where we spawned, and we're gonna turn on the first power cell. Good. Just move this crate here. Now what we're doing here is we want to get a socket wrench. Whenever we go in this room and do get the socket wrench, Maria will spawn in. We pretty much have to let her play out like an animation of her eating an enemy, and then we're gonna shoot her, aggro her, and we're just gonna loop her around and go back to where we came from. You'll see here in a second. Wait for her to like finish the animation, and there's not just wasting your bullets. So okay, there we go. Go ahead and combine our green herbs so we don't forget later. And now we should just go through this hole we came in. Let's get the power cell. Okay, so Maria's gonna spawn in here. Do not stop running, keep running so you can just run directly past her, and we're gonna go to the next area. Let's unlock this cell over here. Good. Now Maria's you're gonna hear her get hit by the light, so she'll reset. She won't be in that area anymore. Just gonna knock that guy down, get this power cell.
It's two.
Now we got the socket wrench, we got 2 power cells, so now we'll be able to go to an area that was originally blocked off. Just shoot these guys, stagger them, run right past. No need to waste any more ammo than 1 bullet. There should be a guy sitting here for us. We're gonna go ahead and knock him over. Alright, use our socket wrench on that. Okay. Now the reason we're going this way, we're actually going to go this way and then backtrack, is because we need a forklift key. There's going to be a power cell up ahead, but we're actually not going to get it. The reason being is because if you get it, it locks you inside that room. You have to go about it another way. So let's go ahead and go through the sewers, or the ventilations. We'll get that green herb right there. Honestly, we're good on health. We'll get everything just as insurance, but truly we're fine. So ignore that power cell. Get this forklift key on the ground. We're going to go ahead and open this real quick. You don't have to open this, but it has a hip pouch in it. So we definitely want that. Let's get that handgun ammo. Now we're just going back to where we came from. The reason we're not walking on those crates there, the little grates, is because they'll literally break if you walk on them. So it's just a waste of time, and it'll make an animation play out. Just keep running past Maria here. She won't do any damage to you. Okay. We're gonna go and shoot this guy again. He loves being in our way. Dude's trying to like work the machine. It's funny. Okay. Get our power cells. And now we're gonna go back to the area where Emily's at. We're gonna take a left. We're gonna go ahead and turn this on. The reason being is if you path this way to where we're supposed to go, it's just easier on yourself, and it makes Maria less annoying. Because if you go the other way, the first time we came in, essentially Maria will spawn in the second time around, and she'll just be all in your face, and you're gonna have to tank a hit for no reason, and it's just annoying. So we're gonna take this path over here. You'll see her spawn in. Yep. So if you didn't go this way, she would have spawned in when you were walking through the room, and she would have just been directly in front of you. So we're gonna let her just kind of walk past real quick, and as soon as you see her walk past like that, we're just gonna run and turn on the light, and it will make her reset. It's okay that we're taking damage here. It's no big deal. I'm just checking some of my settings real quick. So we put that power cell in here. We're just gonna these guys are all gonna aggro on you every single time. They all have like their own individual instance where they aggro on you. So, but they won't do any damage to you, so don't worry about that. Let's move this cart. Yep. So that guy should not aggro on us again. Now we just gotta flip the lever, make it go the other way. And we should be golden to just kind of run through this area. Grab that handgun ammo. And I'm just kind of like trying to glitch my character in there. Sometimes it works where you can just glitch between the bodies, but it didn't work this time.
Stay calm, Grace.
All right, almost done with Grace's segment. Go ahead and do a static save here. They're free. They don't penalize you at all for doing it. We're gonna get that green herb. Now what we're doing here is we're emptying the water in this room, and then we're gonna have to go down there. There's actually a meat grinder, and we kind of have to just survive there for a few minutes while we wait for the meat grinder to finish grinding up all the bodies. We're gonna go ahead and get some loot down here real quick. Should be some handgun ammo, and that looks like a Molotov.
Fluid drainage complete.
Okay. So you don't have to waste much ammo here. This area is timed based off of how long the instances and how many enemies there are. So truly most of them are just going to die to the meat grinder. We're just going to chill here and wait for them to die. You'll see some enemies will spawn kind of directly at your feet. That's the only time you really have to worry about wasting any ammo on them. We'll shoot them in the leg and then we'll just knock them over so they fall into the meat grinder. I try to knock enemies into another enemy just to save bullets like that. You can tell which ones are going to be zombies by their face. If they have like brains coming out of their head or eyeballs coming out, like they're probably going to be the zombie. Like that guy shouldn't be one. But yeah, that guy got his eyes coming out. And like a guy to the left of him, I think, has his brains coming out. Yeah. We're just kind of chilling here. Should be the last enemy that's gonna spawn, and we should be able to knock over this other guy and should be good. Okay, we're good here. Let's go up this ladder. It wouldn't let me climb up for a second. I don't know why.
It stopped. Finally stopped.
Okay, let's get this ladder. Let's get this power cell.
Last one. Now to free Emily and get out of this place.
Okay, we're just gonna go through this ventilation and go down a little slip and slide here. Okay.
Oh, I got in my mouth.
Get that green herb. Should be everything in this room. We're not gonna pull that lever. All that lever does is it just drains the blood in this area, and there'll be some blood pools you can use for the blood collector, but we're not using that on this run. Waiting for that guy to go by. Okay. We just have to go back through and get our power, so I'm just going to do it this way so I can run through. Because Maria should be reset. Where she won't be here in our face. Once you grab this power cell, Maria will spawn. All you have to do is put it back in immediately, and she'll just despawn again. You'll see here. Just like that. We'll put it back in, and there you go. She'll despawn. You go ahead and grab it and just run past her. She's triggered. It doesn't matter that you make it dark. She's triggered to go back up the ventilation as soon as she gets it. Alright. Getting the 2-for-1 on them guys. Get that power cell. Calling it a power cell just because of playing Fallout. They're joint plugs, basically the same thing. Let's get that last power cell there. And now we're just going to bring it over to the first area where we got our first power cell, and we're going to put them all here. And what this will do is just unlock Emily's cell and every other cell here with all the zombies, and we just got to kind of run past them with Emily. We'll probably get hit. Maybe we won't. We'll see. Okay, looks like, yeah, okay, actually, we're not going to get hit here. Should be a pretty clean escape, actually.
It's gonna be okay. Just don't let go.
Just run straight to the elevator.
Come on.
We're gonna go in here, put Emily down automatically, and then we just have to interact with the crate on the ground, and that should be it. Don't worry about Maria here. Everything is pretty scripted, so as long as you interact with everything whenever you come in, you're pretty safe.
Oh, stay away. Oh, come on.
Just looking at her. So ugly. We're gonna check on Emily here, make sure she's okay. Look at her face. Make sure she's not a zombie. She looks good, I think.
I'm okay. That's good.
It's funny, because she's blind, but she can't even tell what I'm doing. But alright. Enough of that. Okay, so Maria's gonna spawn here. She's gonna go up to the top. She's gonna burst through the shaft at the top. It really doesn't matter. Just look at this door. As soon as it gives you the option to interact with it, just start interacting with it. Maria, she's scripted to not really do any damage to you from the moment she comes in, as long as you can interact with it as soon as you get the chance to. And there we go. Now all we have to do now is take the star quartz and open the door. And then we're going to be out of the hillside hospital.
Do you maybe want to leave with me? It's not safe here. Oh. Okay. Finally. We made it. We did it.
Pretty standard stuff here. We're just running through the this linear path. We're going to get a green herb to our right, and then we're going to head over to that open area where the helicopter's at.
Well, let's just... we need to keep moving, okay? Emily? Okay.
Okay, we're going to get into a cutscene here. We're just going to skip it.
Oh my god.
What happens here is we're going to make a deal with this guy. We got to get his helicopter key. So he's going to make it to where Emily and I and him can all escape together as long as we get the helicopter key. Let's check our inventory. We look pretty good on stuff. I'll put a couple things up here just to make space. Feel free to put your ID wristband up as well there. I honestly just forgot to. Let's go ahead and get this wine bottle. It's the only thing you need to interact in here with is the wine bottle. Let's open it up.
Just let it be in here.
Okay. Pretty cool setup this guy's got here. Now all we're doing now is just waiting for this elevator to go down. And the next area is honestly super simple. We're pretty much, there's going to be enemies up ahead, but we are just going to run past them. We might get hit by one, but there's really no point in interacting with them. We're just going to waste time. You get like fire extinguishers or some type of like ice spray up ahead, but we get no loot or anything really good for killing the enemies here, so there's no point of using it. Alright, let's just go up these stairs. And the helicopter key should be at the end of this hallway here. Right to our left, yeah. And then once you get the helicopter key, there's going to be a computer that we're going to engage on. Just authorize it, skip the cutscene, go through the door. We're going to go to another cutscene, skip it. Okay. And now this is where we're just running through. And there's going to be enemies spawning in. It's going to be kind of like chaotic, but don't worry. Everything's chill. We're just going to run by everything. This guy's probably going to aggro us. Yeah. Okay. Just run right by him. We'll shoot a couple enemies here if they're in our way. Alright. It's okay that we're going to hit there. We're going to pop a recovery at him. That's pretty much it when it comes to the enemies hitting you. From here should be smooth sailing. There's still going to be enemies, but they're all going to be kind of, you'll see here in a second, all the blood is going to rush down and kind of just wash them on the ground where they're not going to interact with us right away. So now Grace, she will go in like panic mode here where she starts running like frantically, I'm gonna aim my gun, and what that does is kind of just makes her run normal. She's a little bit faster when she's in the frantic mode, but really it's not much, and it's not worth constantly slipping over and falling down over and over again. Truly, it takes longer, it feels like, if you don't just make her run normally. So we're gonna help Grace get a grip here by aiming. Gotta run up here just a little bit, and then I'm gonna start aiming again. Yep. Alright, we should be almost done here. Going up the ladder.
Keep happening.
Now we're gonna go out this door. There's gonna be an enemy up here. You'll see that I'm just gonna kind of stay on the left side away from him, and he shouldn't hit us. He's gonna lunge at us, but we're chilling. Go through this window, get that green herb. And we should be good here. We'll skip that cutscene. The reason I keep checking my inventory is because I'm preemptively expecting the cutscene. But alright.
Sherry.
Okay.
Grace is still here.
I'm going to go ahead and sharpen my axe here. We're just going to run through these rooftops. We have to buy the sniper here if it's your second playthrough. Normally, when you play for the first time, you start with the sniper here. But we're going to go ahead and get it. Let's go ahead and buy that base sniper. Oh, and let's get the scope as well for it. It doesn't come with the scope. Okay. Now we're gonna get the rifle ammo right here. Normally, when you first play, the game kind of wants you to protect Grace right there at that window back there, but we're gonna run ahead and go here instead. It's you'll have a better view of the area this way. We'll go ahead and just start killing the enemies. This is pretty straightforward. Just kind of whoever you see, snipe them. The few enemies on the ground that are already looking dead, they're actually not, so you can go ahead and just shoot them in advance. The enemies mainly just spawn from like the top right of this area, bottom right, and then top left, bottom left. It's okay if you miss here, or if you want to go for the body shot. They die in one hit from the body, so you don't have to actually go for headshots here. It's not that important. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot that guy since no one's coming at the moment. There's another guy. See, you can, as soon as you see an enemy, you don't have to wait for them to kind of cross the fence or anything like that. As soon as you see him, just shoot him. You can shoot him behind the fence, he'll still die. Okay, just waiting for some more enemies to spawn. Here's one. Shot the barrel behind him as well. A little bit overkill there. It's a guy coming from our left. And Chef. Chef should be coming soon. We should see Chef's brother come in a moment. There he is. One headshot should do it. Alright. I'll shoot that guy going over the fence. He's kind of fast. I'll start. You see how he was kind of jumping over the fence really quick. He'll kind of run quickly at Grace. Good to get him on the fence before he comes in. Okay, I think we're almost done.
Hang in there, Grace.
Okay, it looks like we're done. So now that Grace has went through the door, let's just wait for the game to let us interact with this, like railing here. Okay, let us interact with it.
Excuse me.
Classic Leon with his one-liner. So let's throw the gasoline canister at these guys. Just get it out of the way. We're gonna get a handgun ammo from this helicopter. We're gonna run to the right here just because there's enemies that are dead and they'll grab at your feet. It's just a little bit annoying. Shoot this guy with a shotty, and now we should go in the chapel with Grace, and they'll start a cutscene. We'll skip it. Now we're fighting this kind of mini boss guy here. We're gonna just focus his sacks and shoot him. Basically, there's gonna be other enemies here as well. We're gonna try to avoid them and just kind of ignore them and focus on the main boss here. Up until the point where they start getting close to us. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just checking my aim assist here. I'm gonna go ahead and go up the staircase and just chill around this area while I wait for a good opportunity to hit him more on his sacks. We'll chill up here. Once we see 2 enemies at the bottom, yeah, let's just throw the gasoline canister at them. They should be dead. We'll throw the axe at the sack guy. Okay, once he starts chasing you, just jump down. The area should start degrading where you can't go back there, up there again. We can throw the gasoline canister at those guys, or the propane canister. Okay. We've cleared mostly everyone out here. We just need to shoot this guy in his sack one more time and he should die. Okay, nice. So the simple strategy for this is kind of start off towards the head of the chapel and then shoot enemies, focus the guy's sacks, and then once the enemies start getting close to you, go up the stairs, shoot the guy in the sacks again, and then once the enemies start kind of coming up the stairs, you throw the propane canister, jump down once the guy with the sack is getting too close to you, and then just kind of rinse and repeat that strategy, except for you don't go up the stairs because they'll be destroyed. But okay, that's the end of Leon's segment. We're moving on to Grace now. Okay, so we're just carrying Emily through these kind of like sewer areas. It's pretty straightforward, fairly linear path. What we're gonna do here is just kind of take Emily to a safe area, put her down, and collect some ammo for the rest of Grace's segment.
I'm sorry, I know it hurts.
Should be to the right. Okay, skip that cutscene. Let's get everything on this table. Go ahead and grab Requiem here. This is the last time we'll have Requiem as Grace, so we might as well use it for stunning Maria, because this is the last area we'll fight Maria as Grace as well. Just kind of organizing the inventory a little bit. Let's go ahead and save here. Like I said before, we get infinite saves, so make a save wherever you want. Okay, skip that cutscene. We have to trigger this before we can go downstairs, so let's go ahead and trigger that. Go ahead and have your Requiem out here. That's the only weapon we're going to use. You can't kill Maria with it, but we can stun her, and it makes the area a little bit easier. So let's get that Requiem ammo. So we're going to do this from right to left. So on Grace's right, this is going to be the first lever we're going to pull. We have to pull 3 levers in this section in order for us to open the light at the very top to kill Maria. So let's just run straight past Maria here. She's right behind us. We're going to grab this lever. Let Maria kind of walk in here a little bit, and then we're going to shoot her with a Requiem, stun her. We should be able to walk past her now, run past. Doing it this way makes it to where normally Maria will sprint at you when you go in this room, and she'll kind of force you into an animation. When you do it this way, do it first and make her follow you and stun her with a Requiem, it skips that animation entirely and it saves a bunch of time. So now we're going to do the second lever, the one in the middle. It should be up here to the right, and then we're going to take a left. This section's a lot easier if you do it from the way I'm doing it, rather than doing it from the opposite direction.
One more.
It just makes everything more smooth, makes Maria less annoying. But okay, we're going to the last lever. We're almost done with this section as Grace. Yeah, Maria's right behind us. So we're gonna go ahead and start the lever. It'll take us out because it's stuck. Maria will spawn in. We're gonna go ahead and just shoot her with a Requiem. Stun her, wait for her to finish her animation. Okay, we're gonna stun her. And now we're just gonna hold our interact key on this. It'll give you plenty of time. She'll be stunned for the entire duration. Okay. So now we can go upstairs and open that ceiling to finally kill Maria. We just gotta go back to where we came from originally.
They should open the hatch. We need to hurry.
Okay. Just run straight for the little button here. No need to do anything else.
Get out of the fucking way. Come on.
You don't have to shoot her here, but it speeds it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and shoot her. There we go. Skip the cutscene. Now we're gonna return to Emily, and that should be the end of Grace's segment. We'll come in as Leon, and because Emily's gonna turn, and Leon is gonna have to put her down. The more you shoot her, the faster it makes this area kind of speed up. So just shoot her. Unlucky by Emily. Go ahead. We can just save here. Might as well. No harm. Okay, and that's it for Grace. We're going to go over to Leon now. So now that we're spawned in as Leon for this segment, we're just going to run straight ahead for a little while. There's some open areas that we're going to just avoid entirely, mostly because they're pretty much entirely cosmetic and they have very little loot and it's just a waste of time. So let's just go into this building right here. There's some shotgun shells ahead. We're going to go ahead and get those. And then we're going to go through the revolving door right here. Gotta use Leon's big muscles to open it. Must be one strong door considering how strong Leon is. So now we're gonna be put into a cutscene. Essentially this is gonna be a spider boss fight. But for the beginning, we're just gonna have to run away from him until the game pretty much tells us that we can fight him. Up to that point, it's just wasting ammo on him. So let's run down here. Turn around immediately. We're going to go back to where we started. And the reason being is because there's like a specific cutscene or instance the game wants you to play out. You see how these bricks are broken? Like the spider's just going to throw us through this wall and then we'll be able to go to the next area. Okay. So don't just ignore them completely. Let's just run through. Let's go through the store. This is a pretty big power scaling moment for Leon. He literally kicks the door hard, so hard that the spider, this huge giant spider, can't even go through it, which is crazy. Okay. Go ahead and get the handgun ammo. And now we're going to ignore these spiders here. I'm going to melee one as I swing the spider web, but everything else, just kind of ignore them. The dad spider is going to come through here, just kind of go left to right. And so we can avoid the little spiders jumping on us like I just did. And after we go up this ladder, we're going to go into a boss fight with the spider. This is fairly easy. We're just going to go up this ladder to get some ammo. I'd play this fight a little safe. Honestly, you can play a little more aggro after we stun him here. But let's go over here to this corner really quick. Let's get this propane tank. Reason being is because it's just like an instant stun, and it makes it where we can hit his crit spot on the back. So let's go ahead and throw it whenever it gives us the option to. We're going to go behind him with the Requiem, and we're just going to slam some shots into him. We're going to hit a third shot here. It's going to stun him, but we're going to take that moment to get some more ammo. Okay, I'm going to hit a sniper shot on him. We just don't want to waste our Requiem shots too much. That's the only reason we didn't keep shooting him there with the Requiem. I'm going to use a tech here. It's like a pause tech. You'll see here in a moment. I'm just going to go ahead and pause to make sure I hit my shot. Feel free to, you can implement that at any point. It's not really required on casual mode. It's more something that you'll do when you're playing Insanity mode to make it where you hit your shots more often. But I just wanted to do it there to get it done as quick as possible. Alright, let's go through the revolving doors here. And now we're just going to break open this door ahead of us with our hatchet. And then we're going to go into a new segment as Leon still, though. Let's go ahead and skip that cutscene. So now we're at the point of the game where you'll have access to the BSAA equipment if you were playing for the first time. So we're gonna go ahead and start using it. We gotta turn on the generator first. One thing I want to mention is I buy body armor here in this run before you would have points if this was your first playthrough, but it's okay. I more or less just do it out of habit. It's not really required for casual mode, but even so, you'll get enough points after we beat this area as Leon to buy body armor and pretty much get everything that I have. But either way, it really doesn't matter. It won't make a difference. We've already gotten so much loot, and you don't really take much damage in the first place whenever you are playing on casual mode. So I just wanted to clarify that just in case if you're watching and you see that I bought the body armor here and you didn't have enough points for it. It's okay. You'll be able to crush this either way. All right, so let's go ahead and I think I did a save back there. Just get that out of the way. Let's get this ammo. Okay, so we're going to speed run a lot of this. This area can take a long time when you first play it because there's a bunch of enemies, but we're going to skip through a good amount of them towards the beginning, and then we'll kill some towards the end. Let's go ahead and get this grenade right here. Okay. I'm going to make a stack grenade.
Strange.
So this is an area where there's going to be a lot of enemies spawning. We're just going to shoot this crate down, and we're going to jump up it and kind of run through this area. Just ignore all the enemies. The game pretty much designed it in a way that you can just speedrun this section pretty easily. There's another crate we're going to have to shoot down here in a moment, so let's get ready for that. Go ahead and aim up and aim for that. Got clipped on the bar there. Alright, let's go ahead and run forward. Let's pull our shotty out here. We're going to use our shotty quite a bit. Let's shotgun this woman right here. Push her back. The shotty's purpose is honestly best for knocking enemies back instead of just killing them. Because as the game goes on, as you play as Leon, enemies kind of start tanking a little bit more, and they become harder to stagger with just the pistol with one bullet. The shotgun is just kind of like a guarantee stagger on the enemy, so you don't have to worry about if you're in a rush and trying to be quick. Okay, let's go up this ladder, and now we're gonna go over here to this crate, open it. We're gonna get some goggles or binoculars, and we're gonna use them to locate 3 other detonator parts.
2 more parts and I can jerry-rig the detonator for that gate.
Great.
You'll see that I use my mouse here. Reason being, if you're playing on Steam or PC and you're using a controller, I recommend for this segment in particular just to start using your mouse to locate these parts, just because if you're on controller, it's very slow. That's the only reason I do that here, if you'll notice. Okay, so now we're back on controller, and
Got the location for
Let's
those
go down this
parts.
elevator.
Wanna collect them now.
Okay. I'll look into the BSAA in the meantime.
All right. So we're gonna take a right here. We got a key back there for the Cedarbrook apartments. When I shoot, you can actually, when I shoot those, I aim for the like little thing that's holding them, the string or the strap. You can actually just shoot the case itself. I do it because I don't know. It has a grenade in it, and I feel like it'll explode if I shoot it, but I'm fairly certain it won't. So if you want to hit the box just to make it easier for yourself, feel free to do that. We're gonna shoot this guy in the leg, melee him against the wall, and just kind of axe him in the head. There's a little bit of loot in the room next to him. That's the only reason we're even killing him, and it's kind of on the way pretty much. So we'll go ahead and get this loot real quick. There was another piece of loot that we missed, but it's just because it has a scrap in it, so I avoided it. Let's go and make that green herb. So you can go ahead and run up to this guy and just assassinate him. You don't actually have to be stealthy here. So just run up to him and put him down. Put him down in style. Okay. And now this is another area where we're literally just running past every enemy. As you can see, I pulled out my shotty here. Just have your shotgun ready just in case if someone's in front of you and you need to blast them back. There is going to be an enemy at this door. You're going to see I'm going to aim directly at him. Shoot this guy. He gets tanks it for some reason. It's okay. Maybe you won't get as unlucky as me, but no big deal. We have plenty of healing here, so it's no problem. Let's get this fuse here, or this battery, and we're going to go up the ladder. We're not even going to get that. It's a piece of scrap. I'll discard that later. Okay, so let's get this right here. Let's break this crate. There are enemies spawning, but they're so slow, and we can pretty much just run by them with ease. Okay, so we got the first battery for this area. We need another, so that's where we're going now. Let's go down this hatch. And now, where we're going to fight the guy that we fought before, the guy that has sacks all over his body. Typically, the best strategy for him is just to focus him first, or try to kill him when he's not around other enemies to make them mutate, because when they mutate, it just becomes more annoying. Obviously, do whatever you have to beat the area. If enemies are on top of you, you have to kill them first, But okay. We're going to go ahead and just start the valve here. Get this done. Basically, once you see it moving, just like that, just go ahead and get off of it. It's going to continue moving up to a certain point to let the sack guy through. I'm just going to focus him a little bit in the back as much as I can. They're going to making them mutate. No big deal. We're just chilling here, waiting for enemies to get closer to us. Let's go ahead and parry that. We really don't care about killing them because they'll just respawn whenever they get contaminated by this guy's like blood mist. So we just parried that there. We're just kind of repositioning ourselves a little bit. Okay, we have one more sack to kill. You see how we're just kind of ignoring these guys? Just because we don't want to deal with them respawning again, so okay. Easy enough. We'll go and throw a grenade on these guys to get rid of them quicker. Don't have to waste any more ammo on them. Okay. Now we just need to open this all the way. There's a person right here. I'm gonna parry their hit. Go ahead and kill him. And now we need to continue opening that. I'll throw the axe at that guy. We need to continue opening this, or we can't advance to the next area. Alright. Let me get some loot right here real quick. Gonna blow up that canister. And now we should be good on this area. We're going to get the battery and we'll be able to move on to the next area for Leon. The battery should be just straight ahead. Okay. And now you'll see that we're just back to where we started when we originally came down the hatch, or yeah, right when we came down the hatch. Let's go up the ladder. We're pretty much doing the best pathing you can. This is probably the longest area for Leon, or it takes the longest in general for him. Just because there's so many enemies that he has to kill for him to advance to other sections. Most parts of the game for him and Grace, you can just run past most enemies. But they made some areas in this particular section that you have to just kill enemies, or you can't proceed, or if you try to proceed, it's very difficult. So we got the BSA container here. We're going to go ahead and get that med injector. There's some loot up ahead. We're going to get that, and there's a green herb to the right of it. We'll get that too. Okay. Now this is one of the areas where we'll shoot enemies that we have to, or if they'll cause problems for us, we'll kill them. But we're also going to ignore some as well.
Send some footage your way, Sherry.
What the hell?
The guy at the end.
Okay.
White suit. Can you find anything on him?
So there's a guy right here. We're going to kill him. There's actually a pretty cool thing that they implemented in this game. If you, like, I'm going to quick aim my shotty. Give me 1 second. I'm going to quick aim my shotty here, and it's going to shove it in his mouth. It's just going to one-shot him. And you can do that pretty much with any enemy. It's pretty neat. Only Leon can do it, though. So we're going to reload our gun, and we're going to jump down and immediately pull the lever. Pull the crank here. Reason being is because there are people down here. You can hear the bullets firing, but their aim is so bad, it's going to take them a while to actually hit us. So we don't even have to acknowledge them. We'll open the crank, we'll pull the lever out, and we're going to just go to the next area. There's going to be a guy with a Simtex here, or like a hand grenade. We're going to go ahead and just shoot that. Some more people up ahead. I'm going to try to weave to the left here and avoid him. You might get hit here by a bullet or two. It's okay. We have plenty of healing. Okay. And now, so once we get to the top of these stairs, make sure you have your sniper out. There's going to be a guy kind of shooting a missile at us. We're going to go ahead and just blow his head off just like that. Go ahead and kill this guy here. The game made me like auto aim up there. I don't know why. It's like a event type deal. Like they're trying to tell you there's a guy up there, but we already killed him. Okay. So there's 2 more missile guys here that we need to kill. And then we'll be pretty safe to run around and do whatever we want. So you'll see here that I'm going to try to path kind of safe. I'm going to run through this guy. He's going to tag me. We're just going to run straight into the building. Reason being is because if we stay out here too long, we'll get hit by the missile and we'll take too much damage. No one does knock us back and take a while. We just need to kill these guys so they don't mess with us, really. Okay. Let's go ahead and snipe him. That gets rid of the guy that's shooting at us currently. And now we're going to go up these stairs and we're going to wait behind the brick wall. Wait for the missile. Okay, there it goes. Once you see the missile and it lands, just go ahead and go through the door. We're going to go ahead and just run straight to him. There is going to be a guy up here with a Simtex, a hand grenade, and we're just going to run straight by him. Don't try to fight him there. It's okay that happened. Just run ahead, run to this guy. We're going to shove the shot in his mouth like we showed you before, and that guy with the grenade will explode. Perfect. Now, we're going to use this to save ammo. This isn't necessary to do this, but we're going to use the missiles to kind of clear some of the ads down here, some of the NPCs. And just make it to where we don't have to use our ammo on them. Most of them drop machine gun ammo, if not all of them, and it's honestly, they don't really reward you for killing them. The reason we're killing them is because just so we don't get shot at, or they don't blow up on front of us, or it's just easier for us to clear it this way. So it looks like we cleared most of them out. So, yep. Not much drops from them. Yep. Looks like we have tracking module and a machine gun ammo. Nothing crazy. All right, so we're gonna open this crate, get one of the detonator parts, get the broken receiver. We'll get a repair kit later, so it's no big deal. So we're just gonna run straight down. There's gonna be some enemies that spawn here. They aren't that threatening. They don't have any guns or anything like that, so they're not gonna do a bunch of DPS to us from afar. Let's just run straight past them. We might take a hit or two. It's no big deal. We have plenty of healing. I actually didn't take a hit there. No problem. I got the moves on them. But you can just run to the right like I did. I swung a little bit wide, and you might get lucky like I did. But it's okay if you get hit there. No big deal. You'll take a hit, and then you'll just keep running past like we normally do. So we're going down the stairs. We're just going to go all the way down. Might as well shoot that propane canister. Get rid of him quickly. Yeah, we shot that case earlier. We got a tracking module rare. Okay, so now we're going to the gas station. This is the second to last part of this segment. Okay. There's some enemies here. We're not too worried about them. I believe they despawn once we go into the gas station. So just kind of, yeah, you see how I just kind of dodge him a little bit, run to the right, run away from where he is. We're going to shoot this guy, trigger him. Basically, if you don't, he lunges at you. Just, it's annoying and it takes more time. Let's go ahead and get this. Get that gas can. So now that we have the gas can, we have to go and refill it up, or fill it up so we can proceed to some other areas for Leon. Gonna shoot that guy in the head.
You must be the town lumberjack.
We're just waiting for the, okay, so it finally stopped spinning. We're gonna carry it over after we kill this guy to the door, and we're gonna drop it. Reason being is there's a guy with a propane tank outside, and if we don't kill him, he's just gonna throw it at us, and it's gonna do a bunch of damage and knock us down. So let's go ahead and kill them. Let's get our chainsaw. Pretty much just use the chainsaw this entire interaction. There's no need to waste ammo on these people. You have an unlimited damaging weapon with the chainsaw. And if you do end up having to get rid of it, like Leon sometimes just shoves it in their body, you know, just like that. Use your pistol for a little bit and then go back to the chainsaw. Or your shotty. It really doesn't matter. Use whatever weapon you want. Alright, we'll pick up the chainsaw here. You see I'm trying to swing before they get to me. It's just to try to avoid the fact that Leon puts the chainsaw in their body. Sometimes he does it anyways. It seems like every fourth enemy he puts the chainsaw in them. I don't know, maybe to make the game a little bit harder, Capcom implemented that. But could just be random and I'm just getting unlucky. So with this guy, let's go and just throw the stacked hand grenade we have at him. The reason being is this guy here, he's scripted to take a certain amount of damage, and then he cannot be killed unless you finish him with a chainsaw. So what we did there by hitting him with a hand grenade is pretty much just reset his health to 1 or really low. So now we just go up to him and one-shot him with a chainsaw. It's pretty much a strategy that you'll use on any difficulty on this game. Let's get the gas canister here. We're gonna fill up our gas tank, or a little gas canister, and then we're gonna head over to where we first came in as Leon in this segment.
All right.
Okay, let's head through the store. We gotta open the gate with the gas can. Easy enough. Now there's some enemies ahead. We're just gonna avoid them. What we're doing now is we're heading for a crane. It's gonna drop like a big load of equipment or some steel beams, and it's going to make it to where we can walk across it to back to where we originally started, where the BSAA equipment is. It's right there. Okay, so we're back to where we started. I'm going to go ahead and save here, just because we made a lot of progress, and I like to have a static save after all the progress we made. Let's go ahead and access our BSA as well. Get the body armor here if you don't already have it. Buy whatever you want, really. Ammo, medkits. We have enough loot based off of the stuff that we grab that you can kind of just buy whatever you want. If you want my suggestion, I would suggest to buy rifle ammo, handgun ammo, and shotgun ammo. Just buy it all. You should have plenty of money for it. Don't worry about upgrading your case, though. It's just a bunch of money that gets wasted. I'm going to upgrade the sniper here as well. The power. And we'll upgrade the power on that. Alright, we'll go ahead and save. Okay, so let's open this crate here. It has a repair kit in it and a motorcycle that we're going to use for our next area as Leon. But we need the repair kit to repair the detonator because it's broken. Okay. Now we're on to our last thing that we need. We're going to take this elevator up. At the very beginning, we went through this area and there was a locked gate that had a gas tank next to it. We're going to fill it up and we'll be able to proceed and get our final piece for the detonator. There's a green herb right there. We're going to go ahead and get that. All right, let's fill up that tank. Okay, so now that we powered the generator, the door should open, and we're gonna go ahead and get this loot, but there's gonna be a zip line here, and we're gonna take it down to these broken buildings. It's a little sketchy, but I don't think Leon thinks that far ahead. He just doesn't really care, you know? He has a mission, he's gonna get it done no matter what. So here we are. Let's go ahead and just go through this area here. Go up the stairs. This segment here, we'll kill a few enemies, but we'll mostly just kind of run past them. Let's go ahead and shoot these. You can actually melee these boards too. Say if you wanted to conserve your ammo, or you're playing on insanity mode and you wanted to save every single bullet you had, because it's very important. You can just melee those boards as well. Let's go ahead and go across this beam. Can't melee those though. You'll fall off the map. Alright, let's go through here. And we'll shoot that last board there. Just waiting for the game to let me jump off. Okay. So now he's gonna open this little elevator here, and then we're gonna be put down like an elevator shaft, and we're gonna run up it. I'm waiting to reload my ammo too until we get down there, just to be more efficient. Alright, so stay on the left side here. The right elevator is going to drop down. Okay, now just take it right, and then the left one will drop down. So just do it exactly like that, and everything will be okay. So now we're going on the glass here. You can actually run on this. Originally, when I first played, I just walked because I was scared it would break, but feel free to just run around. The glass is pretty tanky. We'll shoot this guy down. And so we're going to go to, yeah, over here, to our right. We'll go ahead and get rid of this guy so he doesn't mess with us. Shoot him off. And then we're going to break this glass, drop that ramp, and just run up it. Avoid all the rest of the enemies there. We're just going to pretty much run straight ahead. There's a guy with a Semtex here. Boom. Shoot him. It kills 2 for 1. That's another reason to use the shotty. It just makes it where you don't have to worry about aiming as much. I shot just in the general vicinity of his hand and it blew up the grenade.
Okay, let's find those detonator parts.
Okay. I think I misclicked there, to be honest. It's one reason I healed. Let's get the relay. And now we should be at another save point here. I'm going to go ahead and save
Great job.
after I upgrade some stuff in the BSA equipment. It looks like we're good. I'll get the extended mag on that, and then let's get that green herb and then save the game. Okay.
Picked up the relay.
Great job. Now to get through that gate.
Yeah. Just gotta figure
So
out
this
how to get
area
down.
that we're in now, it's pretty linear. We're just gonna run through the only way that we can run, and up to the point where we get to an enemy. So, and even when we do start interacting with enemies, most of them we're just gonna run past them. So let's just jump down here. Our first enemy should be straight up the stairs. We're not gonna worry about him. Just run straight past, just like that. And there's gonna be some more enemies up here. We're gonna ignore them. The one enemy that might aggro on you gets actually interacted with by another enemy, just like that. He just falls on top of them. Let's shoot this propane canister here. And now up ahead on the stairs in front of us, there's gonna be an enemy ahead of us. We're just gonna shoot him with the shotgun and knock him back, and then run straight past him. Okay, easy. Let's turn this valve.
Now for the other
So what we're doing is we're wanting to make that elevator for the valve we just turned. We want to make it come down some so we can get on it to get out of this area as Leon. We're going to run past these enemies as well. Just run straight by them. My guy's in animation, so don't worry about him. Just shoot that propane canister. Now the guy with the chainsaw is right up ahead to our right. We're going to ignore him, but just be ready to parry if you see him swing, and then just run past him after you get the parry done. Okay, we made it past, and now we're in this room. They're not going to follow us here. Let's go ahead and get all the loot in this area. Okay. Turn that valve. Don't forget about that. Okay, so now that we've dropped the elevator, we're going to go ahead and get on it. This area is a timed section. There's one enemy at the very end. It's a mutated enemy. I'm pretty sure that's the only one we have to worry about killing. Once you kill him, the elevator cutscene pretty much ends, and we'll get pushed to the next section. So I'm just kind of cycling our weapons.
Now what?
I honestly would take this moment as a time to just like practice your parrying skills. It's pretty fun. Especially if you're planning on playing Insanity mode, you want to get better at parrying. This is like, you can almost treat this as like a training ground. A bunch of enemies coming to challenge you. You'll see the elevator keeps going down even though we're not killing them. And eventually it'll get to the point where this elevator is like overridden with enemies, but there will be a specific mutated zombie that we're gonna kill, and then once we kill him, the elevator will go to a cutscene and we'll be done with this sequence. We're just kind of having fun, throwing people around. Some more enemies. Okay, so there's the mutated guy. We're gonna go ahead and kill him. Shit swing at you, just parry him. Cut his head off, and then now the game should put us to the next area. There we go. Okay.
This is
There's enemies here. Don't worry about them. Just run straight ahead. Okay. So we're almost done with this segment as Leon. We're about to move over to the motorcycle segment.
That took longer than planned. Luckily, I found a bike. Should make up for lost time.
Great.
All right, let's go ahead and hold up.
It's 15 miles to the city.
Okay, so in this section as Leon, there's really nothing you can do here when it comes to controlling the motorcycle. The game kind of, I'm just making sure aim assist is off as well. The game kind of gives you the illusion that you can control the motorcycle, but really it doesn't matter what you do. So yeah, aim assist is off. The reason being is because I replayed this section a bunch when I was making this guide, and my aim assist kept getting turned on, which is really annoying. It's like they considered this section a new like environment and made me have aim assist a few different times. So I was just a little paranoid about it, so I got it turned off there. But okay, so we have an unlimited ammo machine gun. Let's go ahead and skip that cutscene. The dogs here, let's just go ahead and shoot them whenever they spawn in. Yeah. For some reason, it felt like it had aim assist, so I think I was just kind of like tricking myself. That's why I check it multiple times. I'm telling you, it really feels like I have aim assist. Like I'm turning it all the way down because I swear when like I'm aiming at them, for some reason it just feels like it. I think now it feels better. Maybe like for this particular segment, there was like a hidden aim assist, but it should be fixed now.
Could use more training.
We're just shooting the dogs. Nothing crazy, just aim. You have unlimited ammo here. I always reload pretty much. Whenever there's an enemy not next to me, I would suggest just reloading immediately, just so you can have the ability to spray as much as possible. So always reload pretty much after you get done killing an enemy. We're just kind of spraying at him, making it where he don't shoot us with the RPG. You want to tag him there. Alright. We'll kill the dogs as we see them. We're almost done with this segment as Leon.
So much for the direct route.
About halfway through. These guys shoot these propane canisters as we see them. Just shooting the boxes for fun. You don't have to do that. But nothing you do to Victor will ever change the kind of cinematic type stuff he does where he shoots the RPG. If you shoot him here, you see when it has a little indicator above his head, that's when you want to shoot him. But he's trying to shoot his RPG at you. Like I can spam him here and shoot him, but it won't change the fact that he's gonna shoot that building and make it to where I can't follow him.
Seriously. I don't give up that easy.
Leon does a little reference here to RE4 where he says, I don't give up that easy. Like where he tells one of the people in RE4 where he's like, you think I'm going to give up that easy? Like with a little accent, which I think is pretty cool because that's my favorite Resident Evil. It's pretty straightforward. There's nothing we can do here. Leon is going to drive this motorcycle and no matter how much we try to wreck it, he will not let us. So just kind of kick back and let it play out. So we're going to be in this counter with Victor here. Just aim for his motorcycle, and that will end the interaction, and it will make it to where it explodes. So aim for the motorcycle. There you go. And we finished that segment versus Victor. Now we're heading over to RPD. So now that we're at RPD here, this section's pretty easy, where it's just a linear path. Honestly, the most of it is kind of just like memories for like back in RE2 when you first played it, and now you kind of come in full circle as Leon, and just kind of hits you in the nostalgic feels. It's awesome. I mean, I love it. I'm not gonna lie, when I first played this, I definitely had chills going down like my body. I was like, damn, like this is fucking awesome. Let's go ahead and open that gate. And honestly, it's awesome to see that they expand more on like Leon's character and they give him more depth, because I mean, he's truly my favorite character in all Resident Evil series. But okay, let's go ahead and skip these. Looking at my notes real quick. Okay, let's go ahead and go on. We're gonna not explore anything in here. There's truly no loot. Most of it is just for like member berries and nostalgic feels. Let's avoid that guy. We're gonna let that guy live to see another day. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're going up to get the mechanical jack from RE2. Another memory moment. It's pretty cool that it's left here from RE2 from the very beginning when we first played. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like it's pretty good idea on Capcom's part for them to do that. But let's take the jack and let's go open this gate over here. What's going to happen here is we're going to go through here and we're going to be put into, after we go down the hallway, we're going to be put into a cutscene and we're going to spawn in as a little girl. And basically it's like an Emily clone, and we're just going to play like a flashback, and essentially it's just going to expand on what happened to all like the little Emilys and all the little Grace clones, essentially. Okay. So unfortunately, if you're replaying this game, there is no way to really speed up the process of playing as this little kid.
Stay away.
So we pretty much have to play it out exactly the same every single time. I do have one strategy to make it slightly faster, and I'll show you that here in a little bit. But for now, let's just go back in the room we came from, go under the bed, and we're just going to let everything play out. So, just have to let this play out. Can't skip it. Maybe one day Capcom will add like an ability to skip this, but probably not. Honestly, you can just like kick back, grab a drink, grab like some food, and just watch this whole thing play out. I wish they would give you the option just like sprint out of the bedroom and like try to run away from him for speedrunning purposes. Like as soon as like you think you can, you know, outmaneuver them, do it. But okay, so they're gonna turn around. They're getting triggered to interact with another NPC. As soon as they leave, we should be able to get out of under the bed. When you think about it, pretty much RE9 is like a mixture of RE2 and RE4. Mostly RE2. I mean, they literally have a segment just like this in RE2 where you play as a little kid and you run through like an orphanage. I'm pretty sure it's this exact orphanage actually, and you're playing as like another little kid. So they definitely took a lot of things from RE2 and kind of implemented them in this game, especially for Grace. Leon is more of like an RE4 style, but with, I would say, slightly less exploration, because RE4 has a lot of more exploration with getting gold and different things like that. They have exploration in Leon's campaigns, but it's kind of just pointless. maybe they'll do updates where you can go and get like unique loot that is worth exploring for. Okay, we're just waiting out right now. Truly, feel free to skip this if you want. I'll put time steps in the description for everything and for like specific methods I use. There is a specific method at the very end of this interaction, and it's where you get the hatch key, and you can kind of speed run the hatch part, but that's it. That's the only kind of interaction where you have a little bit of freedom to do what you want. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. This is another interaction where it kind of matters. So we're gonna go in this hallway. You're gonna see two little kids, and essentially they will never leave this spot until you turn around. The Capcom kind of code. You want to look at them. Capcom coded it this way. You want to turn around, go through the door that you came in, and then as soon as you leave the door, I always give it like a few extra seconds. So I'll just like stay out here for a second, and then you just want to turn around, and they should move forward. But if you just stay in this hallway, they just sit there for infinity. So just go in the hallway, turn around, go through the door, come back, and they should be gone. There you go. All right, so we turn on that light. Now we're going to go up these steps here. These little makeshift steps we made out of this dresser. And we're going to get the key from here. Now the Emily clone will fall. And once she falls, it'll give us a chance to pick up the key. And then we're just going to run to the hatch. It's okay if it doesn't work the first time, because the game autosaves right here. So we're just going to run up to the hatch. Crouch right here. You want to crouch for this. And then just start interacting with it as soon as you see the option too. I think it's a little bit too late here. We'll see. Yeah, it's a little bit too late. So we'll try it again, and I'm sure it's going to work. Onlookers. Right, just press continue. Same thing's gonna happen. We already have the key. And let's just walk past. We're kind of crouching. Okay, there we go. Interact with it as soon as you can. And should be good. Spam it. Just spam your interact key. Okay, there we go. Got it out of there. But yeah, that's the only like exploit or speedrun method I found for this segment. Honestly, if you know some more speedrun methods for that segment, feel free to drop them in the comments.
Why did they?
Okay, so we're just following the linear path that we have to follow. Just keep going. So we're going to go all the way down to the very end of the hallway. There's going to be like a door that gets automatically triggered when we stand in front of it. You'll see here in a moment. Okay. And so once this door opens, I was just looking at the graphics. Pretty good, honestly. They did a good job. But once the door opens, we're going to go to this lever here. Pull it down, and then it should turn on the lights in this area. And then the door opens as well. And then we're going to go here and take a left. Essentially, there's some dark stuff going on here. These are coffins with a bunch of little dead Emily clones. Let's go ahead and pull it out. Once we pull it out all the way, we can go up the stairs. Okay. And now what we're going to get from here is like a little fire poker. Or we're going to get it to pull down the ladder that was in that room that we opened by standing in front of the door. Let's get that fire poker. We're going to be put into a cutscene here. Let's go ahead and skip it. And at this point, Emily's kind of leveled up, or the Emily clone is leveled up, and she's going to, like, stiff arm this guy. See? Fucking stiff armed him. And now we're going to run past, and we should be good, and we're almost done with this segment. It's too bad Emily didn't know the stiff arm at the very beginning, but no big deal. We all go at our own pace.
What is this place?
Nothing you interact with here matters. We're just running straight to the end of this area, and there will be a little slider that we'll have to click and slide through images. And then once we do that, the Emily clone section will end.
Babies?
Okay, so that's it for that. Now we should be back as Leon. Let's go ahead and just run forward here. Tyrant's gonna do a little cutscene. We're gonna ignore him. Turn around.
Enough time to deal with this.
When you run through here, just try to stay to the left side. You'll see that. Okay, no problem. Just run straight through. Okay, so left side. Okay, so he missed us there because we kind of just ran straight for the door. If you take a little bit longer, he'll end up grabbing you and throwing you back. Okay. So we got to run a little bit further here, go down this hallway, and Tyrant is going to be up here. He's going to swing like a helicopter blade through the wall, or whatever the hell that is. And we're just going to back up to this point. He's going to bust through this wall, so we're just going to wait. And once he busts through this wall, we should be able to kind of clip past him here. He's going to be stuck in the animation just like that. And that should be the end of the Tyrant area. Let's get that cutscene. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go through Memberberry Lane again, and we're going to end up meeting Tyrant towards the end. So we're going through the gun shop where the guy and his daughter it's pretty sad. Honestly, I'm not going to spoil it, but it's just a sad thing. Play RE2, you'll see it. Let's get through the gun shop. Skip that. Okay, so we're right before the Tyrant fight. Let's go ahead and get all this loot here. Just sorting some stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and sell some stuff because my inventory, at any point if your inventory gets full like that, just sell like machine gun ammo or sell any like stuff that we're not using anymore, like scrap or anything like that. Go ahead and get the body armor upgrade. Since we have money, I'm gonna go ahead and buy the case upgrade. It's not necessary. Truly, you can just store stuff in the storage unit. I just did it because we have big money right now. Just kind of having fun looking at my rifle, you know, inspecting it, admiring it. Okay. So this area is pretty easy once you know the method to fight him. We're just going to go ahead and shoot him in his crit spot. All right, get ready to parry. Parrying's a big thing for most of Leon's boss fights. Get a few shots in there, back up. Pull our rifle back out, shoot him some more. Okay. So once he's here, just start shooting him with the rifle. Should trigger, yep, should stun him. Just keep shooting him. Once you see him do that, just kind of back up. He's gonna start hitting the cars in the air. We'll just keep shooting him. If you see him start getting close to cars again, we'll back up and we'll start running away. But for the most part, this is pretty easy. Just keep shooting him, keep stunning him. Go ahead and run away. Take this moment to reload. That's a 3 swing chain. So once you see him do the 3 swings, he's kind of vulnerable. We'll go up to him and hatchet him. They did a great job. It's probably my favorite fight in the game, to be honest. The Tyrant fight is probably my favorite by far, especially on Insanity mode. Okay, go ahead and dodge that. Yep. It's okay if you get hit. I mean, we just got hit by it. It's no big deal. Casual mode, you can kind of tank hits and not worry about too much. Let's go and shoot him. Just focus his crit spot. That's all there is to this fight, really. On casual, you just focus his crit spot, and then when he starts hitting cars in the air, you kind of run away from him. So when he's starting to rev up like that, if you we wanna just stun him, and it'll take him out of that rev up state immediately with Requiem. Specifically, use Requiem. So he's grabbing the car here. You can stun him out of this, but it's pretty difficult. I'm trying to do it now, but it didn't work. So just stay behind the car like I'm doing, and crouch, and then the other car that he throws at you will collide. So that's pretty much the Tyrant fight. But as I was saying, on Insanity mode, the fight is a lot harder, and all the little strategies that we used here in this fight are pretty much required, and you have to play even safer. And it's just a really, really fun fight to do. Okay. So now we're done with that fight. Let's just go to the Orphanage. The only reason I'm pulling out my hatchet is just because it's kind of cool to see Leon run with the hatchet.
I'm at the Orphanage, Sherry.
It's his first time they've ever given him a different weapon other than a knife. So let's just go through here.
Understood.
We're going down a fairly linear path like usual. There's no enemies here. Just go ahead and open this valve. Jump over that grate. Now, up ahead, in a short while, we're going to be fighting against a boss. It's like a plant boss. I think it's called Plant 43. And up till the point before we fight him, he's going to be kind of swinging his roots at us. For the most part, unless they're physically stopping us from going past him, we're just going to run past him. Let's go ahead and get that green herb. Alright, so this is going to be the first interaction we have with the Plant 43. Shoot it with your pistol, whatever you want. Really doesn't matter. We have plenty of ammo at this point. We're so good on ammo and everything else that you can pretty much use any weapon you want. The only weapon I would recommend not using is the rifle, just because we want to save it for harder boss fights. Like using it on like a little leg or a plant root really isn't worth it. Pistol, shoddy, anything else but the rifle. Let's go ahead and get this ammo here. And now we're gonna go down this little rope here. Good thing Leon has gloves on, because that rope burn would be intense. Okay. Just keep going down.
It just keeps going.
Definitely a cool area. I do like this segment a lot. Probably my second favorite. Outside of behind Tyrant and RPD area. Okay, so once we're down here, you're going to see there's some plants going to be kind of swinging at us, some roots. We're just going to run past them.
Very deep hole.
The perfect place to hide something.
We'll get whatever loot is in front of us, but we're not going out of our way for anything here. Keep going ahead. It's okay if they hit you too. Don't worry about it. Honestly, it will take way less time for them to hit you a few times like that than you trying to shoot them, because they try to shell up and they just try to avoid your damage, and it's just a whole ordeal, and it's truly not worth wasting your time on. They're slapping me around a little bit. Alright, so get these great loot boxes here. Okay, so we're going to have to actually shoot these roots here. You want to do it quickly, because if you don't, it has a big root like Big Brother watching over him. and he'll slam down on you. So that's why we're using the shoddy here. Shoddy, shoot him, run past. Shoddy, shoot him, run past on both routes. We'll get our rifle out here and just kind of shoot him as much as we can. So the way this guy, the Plant 43's damage works is he swings up a route, he hits on the left side, whatever the route side's on, and then he swings up the other route and hits you on the other side. So left route, you go to the right side, right route, you go to the left side. Pretty simple for the most part. Every time he closes up, I just kind of run around, avoid the damage. We just kind of have to wait for him to open up. Okay, once you see him go all different colors and spurging out like that cute stuff, just shoot your pistol out, shoot the propane, and that's the end. That's the end of the Plant 43 fight.
This must be it.
Nothing worth looking for around here. We're just gonna go ahead and proceed. Skip every cutscene that we see. But yeah, I do love this game. I'm not gonna lie. It's literally RE4 and RE2 mixed together. Even like the underground segments, like they literally have something just like this in RE2. Like you literally go into like a scientific lab and you go in the underground. I mean, this game definitely reminds me of RE2 a lot. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and go in the safe room. We're gonna just upgrade whatever we can in the BSAA. Use whatever points you want to buy your preferred weapon and upgrade and repair your gear. Honestly, you should have enough points to buy every ammo that I'm buying as well. Even if you don't, it really doesn't matter. Like, we're so loaded on ammo. Let's go ahead and get all this stuff and let's make our static save. We made a good amount of progress and it's good to have a static save. All right. Just gonna drop some stuff here in a minute. Yeah, you can feel free to drop all the stuff. It's pretty useful. If you see a check mark on something, that means that you've either used it to its full extent or you are outside of the time frame or the level that you could have used it on, and at this point you should just throw it away. That's what the check mark means in Resident Evil. So we're gonna go through these areas here, get that module, skip this cutscene. So I have a good strategy for this. When these soldiers come out, as soon as you see it hit dark, throw your grenade. And boom, it should kill them all, essentially. That guy should be dead, yep. And it should just pretty much kill every single one of them. We're just gonna collect the machine gun ammo, I'll sell it later. Get that handgun ammo. You can, so for this segment, I just like to peek around the corner with the sniper, hit that guy in the head. Hit that guy in the head, and then the other two should start running off, and we can go ahead and get that guy too. We'll go ahead and get our pistol out here to finish him off with the pistol. It's okay if they shoot you. You can take it. We have so many healings right now. Don't be afraid to kind of just run at them and shoot them. So, some other people are going to spawn from up top, right above that liquor. As soon as we see them start coming out, we're going to go ahead and shoot that open. Yep. So what this does is kind of just makes this interaction a little bit easier. The liquor will kind of start getting their attention. So that guy with the riot shield right there that we just killed, it just makes him a lot easier. If not, you have to kind of loop around them, play tag with them. But we're gonna go ahead and just shoot these guys. Get a double kill here with our shoddy. And we should be cleared everyone out here. Perfect. So up next is probably the hardest or second hardest fight behind Tyrant. Still pretty easy on casual mode. It's against Hunk. He's like the ghost soldier from Resident Evil. It's pretty cool that we get to fight him, to be honest. But simple, just parry him, do a heavy attack. So we wait for him, we parry, we heavy attack. The way you heavy attack is you just hold down your parry button and then you hit your damage button and it should do a heavy attack. So 2 heavy attacks puts you to the second stage for Hunk. We're going to go ahead and just parry, melee, heavy attack him, parry, heavy attack, parry, heavy attack. Pretty simple. The reason we go for the heavy attack is just because it speeds this up by a lot. The heavy attack does a lot more than your base melee, and it takes around the same time for this fight. So we're just going to spam the heavy attack here. Reason being is because once Hunk hits that gas, he starts kind of hitting you with all different attacks, and they're kind of hard to parry. But okay, let's go ahead and get our gun out here. Once you see him come close, be ready to parry. Don't try to shoot him. Just keep parrying. And then we'll go for our heavy attack, and then melee. Just keep heavy attacking as soon as you get the chance. Parry, heavy attack. The reason you don't shoot him when he gets close is that he will just kind of knock your gun down and do damage to you. So just be ready to parry. So okay, that's the Hunk fight. Truly, even on insanity mode, it pretty much goes the same if you abuse the heavy attack mechanic. It's a little bit more difficult, but truly that's the best way to handle Hunk, is just kind of spam heavy attacks.
We're into trouble.
But rest in peace, Hunk.
Tough bastard.
Coming from you, that's quite the compliment.
Grace should be nearby.
Okay, so we're almost done with Leon's segment, and we should go back over to Grace here for the final stretch of the game. Let's go ahead and skip that cutscene. Okay, so let's just go forward here. Try to run past Leon. Don't worry, Leon. We're going to get you cured. Let's interact with that. Skip that cutscene. Now, just like all of other Grace's segments, we're just going to run past enemies here.
Once I go down,
Just go down there.
there's no getting back up.
We're going to try to make this as efficient as possible. Should be the last time we get to play as Grace. Or the second last time. I think you play as her like one more time, but it's just like a small little cutscene type deal. But let's just go through the linear path here. If you see us not hitting a box, it's because the loot in it is probably bad. Let's go ahead and take a right, go straight up here.
Warning, threat level orange.
So you're going to see that there's going to be an interaction. I'm going to look down because it'll cause us to be a little faster. You can hear that liquor on the wall. If Grace sees it, she'll get scared. So let's just run past this liquor, get that green herb.
Can't see.
Just keep running. Okay, we just want a key in here. Got the key. Just gonna kind of, it's okay if you get hit here, really. We have plenty of healing from the early stages of Grace that we just kind of collected and we just have. So truly, we are golden. Let's go ahead and take this shortcut. It's best to go this way rather than the way you came because it's just a quicker path.
All right. I'm not dead yet.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab some stuff out of here and put some stuff up. Okay. Might as well save here. Let's get our static save since we're playing as Grace again. As I've said before, you don't have to save here, or you can save a million times. You get infinite saves. Run past the liquor. On casual mode, they're very slow to respond to anything you do, so we're going to take advantage of that to the full effect. Skip this cutscene. We're going to get this key that's locked behind this. Now we have the magnetic key. We should be able to go to all other sections for Grace. Don't worry about the liquor. It's okay. He might chase us here. No big deal. We'll outpace him. And even if he does hit you, we have plenty of healing. So no big deal. Let's go left. Just running past all the enemies. Let's get that door open. Okay, we got that first orb we needed. We're gonna tank a hit here, no big deal. Actually, we got pretty lucky there. They kind of just grabbed us. But even if you take a hit there, no problem. Go ahead and unlock this door. The next area has a ton of enemies, ton of liquors and stuff, but we're still going to run past them. Let's put the orb up too, just to clear inventory space. Truly, we don't need any inventory space. I'm just kind of like planning ahead just in case. But we have so many healings, that it doesn't matter. Go down these stairs. We're just going to run past all these enemies. No real point of going into the crates here, just because we're so looted up. The main reason we made space, not necessarily for loot, but just to make sure we can get all the key items.
AI Control Center. Noah. Reboot failure.
Okay.
No response.
Let's go over this.
Containment
Vault over that.
inactive. Containment protocol inactive.
Now we're just going to go to the left side because it's slightly faster. Because when you drop off the ledge, you drop off right where you started. Okay, we're almost done. Some lickers are going to spawn here, no big deal. Just run right by them. They're basically our pets. They're going to follow us around. Once we enter this door, the liquors should just kind of fuck off and leave us alone, so. Okay, almost done. Now we should go back to Leon, and we're very close towards the end of the game. Skip that cutscene. We're on the final stretch here. Let's go ahead and go up this ladder. And we're just going to follow straight down the only way we can.
Surveillance failure detected.
Just keep running forward. We're going to see some enemies up ahead. We're going to dodge them. If the enemy is directly in front of us, we'll just shoot him. There's going to be an enemy up here in a minute. It's going to be right in front of our face, so we'll go ahead and shoot him. But I do love how they pretty much...
You gotta be kidding me.
RE9, I've said it already, but you can tell even in this moment, they got some inspiration from RE4. Leon's kind of hit with a virus, just like RE4, and they handle it in a similar way. He's kind of getting the side effects from it while you're walking around. And there's even a point towards the end of this where Leon's going to be walking really slowly, just like RE4, like kind of to his deathbed, which is, I mean, they just did a really good job. I definitely think they took some of their greatest hits and put it in this game, but let's just run past this liquor. We're actually not going to take out as many as we can, Leon. We're going to disappoint Leon just slightly here. Okay. We'll shoot a few, but honestly, they're so tanky, I'm just going to stop shooting them. It's best to just parry them. Just parry the enemies, just kind of run past them and parry them. I think I'll shoot one more here, but honestly, I realize it's not worth it, so I'm just going to run past. It's okay if we take damage. I mean, you can look at the health bar. We're basically taking nothing. But if you see them swing at you, just spam your parry on them. We're going to run past them. There we go. Now, once we do get past them, they're going to be behind us, and we don't have to worry about them anymore. They're just going to be trailing behind us at this point. We'll get that green herb just to have. Honestly, we do not need it, but I'm like a hoarder. I just grab everything. Every healing item, that is. Okay, we need to get the key. Let's go and get that key. Just going back to where we came from. There's going to be some lickers in here. I'm going to try to rally them up. You'll see. I just want to shoot a few, kind of get their attention, and make them all kind of go into the same spot. So once you start seeing them kind of crowd up, they're all starting to come. So I'm about to throw it now. And that should kill a good amount of them. Yeah. So we got like 6 of them, maybe even more. We'll just finish them off with our pistol. No big deal. Okay. Once I start getting kind of like hit by the virus right now, I just start using my shotty just because it's easier. Yeah. We parry that hit. Now we're going to try to trigger the elevator to come up. We will have to fight another little segment of zombies, but once we kill them, the elevator should arrive. It's pretty much a timed event, but timed based off of how quick you can kill them.
Memory corrupt. Self-repair functionality offline.
Just gotta wait for it to do its little text and stuff. We're just chilling.
Air thermometer warning. Soft lockdown unavailable.
Yeah. Let's get
I'm just gonna shoot the propane once I see a few of them get next to it. Alright, looks like they're cleared. Just grabbing the ammo here while we're waiting for the elevator. Alright, let's go. So this is where Leon's gonna get sick, kind of like I was talking about. It's pretty much like 1-to-1 on RE4. It's almost like exactly the same. It's so crazy how young Leon looks. He's like 49 here. He literally looks like he's like 30. He's got the genetics of a god. Okay. So he's got to walk down this hallway. And once we get towards the end of it, we'll switch over to Grace for a short period, and then we'll switch back to Leon. We're not done yet. It's kind of like Death Note when you think about it. If you ever watch Death Note, you know Light Yagami dies at the middle of the stairs. Kind of reminds me of that a little bit. Okay. So spawn as Grace. We're just kind of making a beeline for the elevator. Just running straight to it. We're going to go through this. I think it's the Spencer's office. We're just going to go straight through here. And we should be taken to where Leon is. And we're just going to run up to him and kind of put him on our back and carry him to the cure for the virus. Leon, I'm coming.
Oh, Leon!
Damn, he's in bad shape.
Leon.
We gotta save our boy. Click release Opus.
My hope. She is my hope. The blind hope.
Okay. This is it.
All right. Skip that cutscene. And now we're fucking back as Leon. He's all cured. We're gonna parry a lot of this guy's hits here. It's the best way to handle him. Honestly, I would highly suggest getting good at parrying against this guy because he's one of the harder fights for Insanity mode. So if you can get good at parrying for casual mode, it's more or less the same. And the reason we're using our pistol instead of our other ammo is because we want him to get to a specific state where he drops an RPG. We don't want to force him to go to the second phase too fast because he will end up dropping an RPG, and it will make it to where we can just one-shot his second phase. So we're gonna go ahead and just try DPS him. He has a little while to go before he gets to the RPG state. Pretty much just powering up like Goku on the Super Saiyan mode. So once he's getting done doing that, he'll do a lightning strike, just run either left or right, doesn't matter, and just keep running in a straight line until he does that superhero landing, and then you'll be good to start DPSing him again. Okay, so he's finally got the RPG. We want to shoot him in his arm. Perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and run up to the RPG here and get it. Get it here in a moment. Alright. Don't use the RPG now. We want to save it for when he transforms. He's going to transform into a nemesis, just like a way bigger enemy, and we'll just one-shot him. So keep rinsing and repeating the strategy. We just DPS him. He goes Super Saiyan, and then we carry that, and then we just run away.
I will not let those ideals win. Give it up.
We're almost done with this. Running in a straight line, and we're gonna run another straight line. He's gonna super hero land on us. Carry that. Runs whenever he goes in the air like that, just run straight forward. You'll dodge it every time. No big deal that this happens here. It kind of forces us into an animation. Perfect. So now he's on his second phase. We're going to pull out the RPG and we're going to end this run. Damn, he's dead. But he's going to have to play out an animation here. He's going to pick us up. And then we're going to break his arm open and hatchet his brain. Classic Leon being a fucking superhero. Let's skip that. Skip that cutscene. And there we go. 2 hours and 27 minutes. Not bad. Well, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Give me any feedback you want in the comments, and leave a like if you enjoyed it or if it was helpful. Have a great day. Bye.